Dogs are man's best friends, and they will stick with us through thick and thin. Some breeds are so incredibly strong that they're ready to take down armed robbers all by themselves. It's not just dogs though. Many other pets step forward when it comes to protecting their owners. Here are a few stories that show just how loyal pets are. Sadie the dog was rejected, had a lot of baggage, and couldn't be around men. That's why multiple shelters rejected her. That was until Brian Myers came around to adopt her. At the time, he thought he was rescuing her, but the tables would soon be turned. Brian Myers didn't have much company at home, and on one unfortunate night, he had a stroke. There was no way he could have gotten help without reaching his phone, which was on the other side of the room. Surprisingly, Sadie, the rescue dog with no training as an assistant dog, helped Brian get over to the phone by physically supporting him. Seems like the rescue dog was just returning the favor. Your size doesn't matter, especially when it comes to dogs, because they're all full of courage. This tiny dog was so adamant about saving this abandoned baby that it stayed by its side for hours, barking until someone stopped by. It was later revealed that the baby and the dog were from the same home. Their tired caretaker had dozed off and left the door open. The baby crawled out, but the dog knew better than to leave the toddler out all alone. If it weren't for the dog's shrill barks, the baby might have been lost for a lot longer. Being one of the most emotionally intelligent beings means that they're ready to protect their clan at any given time. Kam La lives at the Elephant Nature Park and has a special relationship with Derek, the caretaker. When the currents were unexpectedly strong during one summer day, Derek lost control of his flow. As a result, he was being swept away by the water. Even though this situation wasn't as dire as it looked, Kam La took it much more seriously. In fact, she rushed over to Derek to help him out of the water. She might be young, but she knew exactly how to protect him. Tigers and lions are mostly known for their aggressiveness, but this pride has a unique attachment with this zookeeper. He can easily pet these animals without even a hint of fear, because that's how comfortable he is with them. Not with all predators though. While he's playing with the animals, a leopard from the back sneaks up on him and tries to attack him. Luckily, the tiger resting in the background stopped the leopard before it could do any harm. Sometimes predators might playfully attack their own kind. Still, this playfulness can actually be quite dangerous for humans, thanks to their extremely sharp claws and teeth. Stray dogs are mistreated a lot of the time, but there are always people who care for them as much as possible despite the upsetting circumstances. This stray dog proved to be a hero when he jumped in to save a woman he had never met before. A mugger was about to attack and rob this woman, but before he could do much damage, a nearby stray dog jumped in to break the fight, and then chased the vicious criminal tirelessly down the road. After biting the man's ankle, the stray dog looks back to see if the woman is safe and sound. The most surprising part is that the woman had never even seen this dog before. Sometimes animals have more humanity than humans themselves. Occasionally, the police don't need to do their job because local dogs do it for them, such as in this case. A thief was seen breaking into a house in Gansbai, South Africa, but his main problem arose when he was trying to leave with stolen goods. On his way out, he was encountered by two dogs while trying to escape. These two powerful dogs bit his leg, as one ruthlessly tugged on his shirt, all while dragging him around. The dogs had sensed that something fishy was going on over the wall, so when the thief jumped over to the other side, they were already waiting for him. The thief was eventually arrested and taken to the hospital. A 10-year-old girl was on the run with her dog in her neighborhood when one of the most surprising things happened to her. A coyote popped out of nowhere and started to chase her and her 6-year-old rescue Yorkie. The little girl didn't stop screaming the whole time as the coyote pulled on her 5-pound terrier's leash. The dog wasn't going to give up though, and it took on the giant coyote. The whole thing was captured on home security, otherwise no one would have believed her. The dog sure was a small animal, but its bravery proved otherwise. Canines and big cats might not mix, but they can easily take down apex predators, especially in residential areas. A leopard broke into a house in Mumbai and seemed just as confused as the humans inside. It wouldn't hold off from being aggressive. The leopard saw the dog through the window and started to tease, not knowing that the dog was ready to fight back. As soon as the dog woke up and realized a strange animal was in the bungalow, it started repeatedly barking until the leopard went away. Old CCTV cameras might have some of the worst qualities, but the footage they capture is timeless. This regular man, who turns out to be a thief, quietly walks past a backyard when he sees something valuable enough to snatch up. He simply enters through the small fence and tries to steal a vehicle part. But that's not where the story ends. Two robust dogs come out of the house and chase the criminal away. They keep barking at him until he tires out and actually leaves. Where would we be without these wonderful creatures? Dogs are one of those creatures that can sense something right before a seizure begins. Fortunately, that's what makes them really good service dogs. The dog was on a wall with the owner when her owner starts to seize in the middle of the road and passed out. Even though most assistant dogs are trained on what to do during a seizure, Clover was put on the spot since the environment was different and the emergency took place in an area that she wasn't familiar with. The dog blocked her way so that her owner didn't fall in the middle of the road. The dog then ran all the way to her family to alert them, after which the paramedics were finally called. It's always impressive what dogs are capable of. It's not just dogs that are capable of dodging danger for their owners. In one case, even a gentle giant such as a 50,000-pound humpback whale is caring enough to help a human stay safe. Nan Hauser and her team were out on an exploration quest when a shark approached them from behind. Luckily, a humpback whale had their back. Literally. She tucked them under her large pectoral fin and even lifted the biologist out of the water for a while. This is some of the most surprising footage ever captured because it demonstrates the depth of a whale's intuitive nature. Another instance where marine animals cared for us humans as if we were part of their own pod was when Dennis Tierney went diving with a bunch of his pals. He set out to go diving at a very remote diving spot. He met a pod of dolphins that started to dance around his team's boat. While they were surrounded by dolphins, a few Galapagos sharks were also present. None of the sharks dared to come closer, but one of them mustered up the courage and started to inch nearer. Thankfully, the friendly dolphins noticed the danger, and they heroically dove straight towards the sharks, chasing them away. The whole scene looks like they're in an animated movie, but it's all real life. Alright, comment below which of these animal stories warmed your heart the most. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Trend Joint for more, and we'll see you in the next one.